Right, so today we're going to be going over how to use Opal to create a competitor analysis for a blog post. So we want to get the top keywords, the correlated keywords within the specific content, and if it's able to actually write about 1,000 to 1,500 words of content and proper images. Okay, I haven't done this. As you can see, I've only done a few things with SEO just to test things out. I'm gonna do this live. I already have the blog I want to write about, right? So it's gonna be how to clean hardwood floors. So I understand that there is a blog post writer here, and we can remix it, but I don't think, and I haven't gone here, I don't think this is what I really want. We'll probably grab this, and this is not what I want because it's not doing an analysis based on different articles, right? This is just saying, hey, give me a topic, we'll do the research and create the outline, the banner images, write the post, and display it. That's not what I want. So we're gonna go back. This is not what I want. I'm actually gonna delete it. And we're gonna see if Opal is able to actually do what I want. Okay. And we're gonna say, I need an app that can intake 3 different websites, analyze the content, find correlated keywords, top 5. Let's just do correlated keywords, uh, which then picks the top 3 that has a higher degree of ranking higher on Google. Those keywords will then be used in a blog that comes from, that's not right. So a blog that has the same topic as the same or similar topic as the 3 pages that are being analyzed. Before producing the blog post needs to be between 1,000 to 1,500 words and needs to have about 2 to 3 images throughout the content. Images throughout the content. Okay, so I don't think I can expand this. I can't. So we're saying here, hey, I need an app that intakes 3 different websites, right? The websites that we have here. And I want you to analyze the content, find the correlated keywords within those specific articles, and then pick the top 3 that have a higher degree of ranking higher on Google. Those keywords will then be used in a blog that has the same or similar topic as the 3 pages that are being analyzed. The blog post needs to be between 1,000 to 1,500 words. Okay, perfect. So let's see what it does, right? We saw the previous video where Opal was able to actually produce this mini app within less than a minute, right? Which was actually pretty impressive. However, we did see that when it was providing the competitor analysis, it wasn't a true competitor analysis. I felt that it was more of best practices, which makes sense. SEO is related heavily on Google, so they're gonna have their own best practice. This is crazy. This took about like less than 30 seconds. So blog builder, generate SEO optimized blog posts from competitors' websites. Okay, so I should be able, and then you can see here, I should be able to submit 3 different websites. Okay, so we're gonna do this. It's going to analyze the content, right? Get content, analyze the websites. Man, this is great how it's doing this. generate the blog post, generate the images, descriptions, generate relate. Okay, this. Let's see if it actually works, right? Because the workflow and everything, it's fine and all, but we've got to see if it works. Because if it doesn't work, what's the point? So that's the first one. I think that's the first one. Yeah, first one. I'm going to go to the second one. Then we're going to go to the third one. And that's the only thing that we should be doing, right? Yeah, that's the only thing. So it took the three websites and it's moving from 1 to 2. As you can see how it has the gray. It's now on 3. It's getting the content. Then it's going to analyze the content, right? And it's going pretty fast compared to what we did last one, which is actually pretty amazing. But I mean, it's running on Gemini, Flash, right? Gemini Pro, right? 2.5. Okay, let's see. The generated text was too similar to existing content. Please try a different prompt or send feedback. Okay, so something went wrong, right? I'm kind of glad I'm doing this live so we can see how we fix this. The generated text was too similar to existing content. Okay, so it needs 2 rewords. So maybe we need to have the, where did it stop? I don't know where it stopped. But we got to say, hey, after getting the content, analyze the website. Okay, so after analyzing the website, please make sure to generate unique content that fills in the gap that is missing from the 3 other websites. And I think that's it. Let's see if that helps. Okay. And the expectation here is that it should know, right? So it's after analyzing the website. So it's grabbing the content, it's going to be analyzing the website, and it should be first filling in the gaps somewhere here before writing the blog post, right? So please make sure to generate unique content that fills in the gap that are missing. So it should be here. Okay? So it should be here. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if another module is going to get added here. My expectation is that this generate blog post text is going to be a little bit more comprehensive than what it is now. So if we go here, we can see that's there. Okay, and I shouldn't have clicked because I don't know if it's done now. So we're gonna do this again. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Skill, crafting. And the good thing about this is I can actually go in here and edit the information. Now, okay, so we're going to start all over. Okay, we're gonna start all over. That's 1, 2. And this time I'm actually gonna pause the video so you don't have to wait through this entire flow, because if there's an error, then we're gonna go through this again, right? So I'm gonna pause it and I'll be back. Okay, so it's not working. It is not working. So I'm going to cheat a little bit here and hopefully it works. Hopefully. So we're gonna get content. So then we're gonna say, okay, after you grab the content, yeah, after you analyze the content, please create a blog outline with the most relevant with the most prominent parts of the content from the 3 competitors. please make sure that the content, that the blog outline has proper headers such as H1, H2, H3. Do not do any H4s, H5, H6. Once the blog outline is completed, please generate the blog post. Okay, let's just leave it like that. Let's see what that does. I'm gonna stop it again because again, I don't want to have you guys wait through this process. I'm doing this live. You know, it's a debugging type of thing, right? Hopefully, this kind of structure, if you're going to be using Opal, it kind of resonates with you. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. I'm doing this on the fly, and we'll see what comes out of it. Okay, so my since this is actually different, my expectation is after here there should be now a generate blog outline. Okay, it should expand. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch any of the modules because I did that last time and I think I stopped what it was doing. Okay, perfect. And it is. So it did generate now a new one, and then it's gonna write the blog post. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, so we're gonna start this one more time. We're gonna go from here. Start. It's 1. It's 2. And that's 3. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it did not work. And I think, okay, so extract blog outline from generating. Let's take a look here. Extract the blog post topics, the top 3 keywords, and identify content gaps. So I think this is still grabbing content from a previous, so this is not right. Okay, so let's change this a little bit. I'm gonna say in the generate blog post text step, please make sure to write from the blog outline. Oh, actually, this does not work because it defeats the purpose of what we're trying to do. There's a couple of things here that I'm missing. So the purpose is get the content, analyze the content, and get top keywords, right? So it needs to be a branch here and then a consolidation and then get the blog post, write the blog post from the blog outline and get the keywords that are from here. So first let's do that. Okay, so first we're gonna do, okay, two things. Oh, two things. One, after analyzing the website, the websites, the 3, let's be specific, 3 websites, there should be another step in parallel to generating the blog outline where it actually finds the top 3 keywords that we will be using in the blog post. So that's 1. 2, the blog post needs to have a brand new prompt. It needs to write content from the blog outline directly and grab the top keywords from the parallel step in order to write the blog post. blog post. Let me put here. Okay, blog post needs to be a brand new prompt. It needs to write the content from the blog outline directly, not from the 3 pages that are analyzed. Do not reword. Also, it needs to grab the top keywords from the parallel step in order to write the blog post. So let's see if it does that, right? We're gonna see if it makes that changes. My expectation is there should be another flow down here, and then this and this should be going into the generated blog post text. All right. So if that doesn't work, I would need to maybe do some manual adjustments. Maybe. Okay, so here we go. Let's see here. I don't understand why extracting is coming back to the analyze websites. Let's see what we got. Guys, step one, clarify and slide. Let's run the keyword difference and compare it. Okay, good. And then, okay, this you're still gonna extract the blog post topic. No, we're not extracting the blog post topic and identify. This should be here. Okay. So there's a deficiency with Opal, where I guess when the prompt is created, it will not reprompt. So you might have to get in here and play around with it. So extract the blog outline from the generate blog outline input, extract the top keywords from the top keywords input, and then this write a section of the blog post ensuring write the blog post ensuring it naturally incorporates 1 or 2 incorporates all top 3 keywords, addresses and fill-ins, identify. Okay, so let's change this a little bit. I think this needs to change because we're saying. Let me rewrite this. Okay, so we say write the blog post directly from the blog outline with the top keywords that are identified. Actually, expand on the blog outline and include the expand on the blog outline and include the top keywords identified. The blog post needs to be about 1,000 to 1,500 words. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Let's just keep it simple for now, okay? So analyze websites and keywords. We're not analyzing here, so we're gonna delete this. I think this is where it's getting bugged out. Generate blog outline. Well, we're not really generating any blog outline, right? We're extracting. Okay, so it's grabbing blog outline. Important. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, I'm gonna go through this one more time, and hopefully, it works. And if it doesn't, this would be a great way to showing that, hey, yeah, it's still experimental, right? Which is great. There's probably other aspects that you need to be. Also, how I started this was probably not the most effective way, right? So you might need to go to ChatGPT or Claude, Gemini itself, and say, hey, I want to do this. Can you make sure it's properly context engineered? I'm going to be using Opal, so the workflow is done properly. Now, I'm not saying that's going to make it 100% of the time, but it sure will give you a better output and this does not happen, right? So it's not working. However, we can see that the workflow is there. I feel that I need to spend a little bit more time here to get this working. I'm kind of glad that we saw that there's some deficiencies here, so you are aware on okay, we might have to go through the prompting again, or I have to do some manual iterations. But the most effective, I would recommend, use Gemini, use ChatGPT, get the prompt really good, and come back in here. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Hopefully, this helped you realize what Opal can do in terms of workflows. Even though we didn't really get an output, we didn't really see it. Where a little bit disappointed, yes, but I think it's all me at this point. So I'll probably do another video on this, on how to properly get this working, because I think this is going to be a really really good tool for a lot of business owners where they're like, hey, I probably do not want to, like, I don't have X amount of dollars to spend on an agency, so forth. I do have time where I can just prompt this through Opal, get the workflow going, spits out a blog, right? I don't have to go through N8N or make.com and so forth. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you next time.